Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. Welcome here to anybody that is here for the first time. I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity with Emily, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. So, I'm here and I'm channeling for you guys information. This reading is for the air signs. So, for my Aquarius, my Gemini, what's going on? Do you have a little throat chakra blocking? Is that why I wore blue today on my neck? Gemini, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Okay? Sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. So, if you find something that resonates, amazing. If not, maybe check your rising or your moon sign. See what you find, if you find something that resonates, okay? And I will tell you guys the same thing that I told the other signs. I'm doing it grouped like this. So what we have is each element is going to have 3 signs until I can just get back more into the flow of doing zodiacs. And actually, reverse. Actually, what I decided is for each of the elements, the specific signs that would like to have a read specifically for that sign, because I don't really know how much I resonate. I mean, I do resonate with the sign readings. I love to watch them myself too, but I don't know how much my guides necessarily resonate. But you guys do resonate with them. So here's what I'm going to do. On each video for each sign, put your zodiac little signal, whether it's the whatever. What am I doing? Air. Sorry, I have to look. So whether it's the little Aquarius waves or the little Libra scale or, the Gemini twins, whatever, right? Put them down there. Whichever one, look at that, 222. Whichever sign, if you guys have more or whatever of your sign, then I will do a reading, okay? So I'm going to do it like that. So every week it's fair by who's interacting, who's spreading the love, and interaction. Interaction is key, especially now that we are in the age of Aquarius, you guys. Co-creation, interaction. So that means if you want yourself to get more support, then you gotta give it, right? Gotta give to get. So now I get a lot of my referrals through other people, and that's why I'm happy to give a certain amount of readings, but it is a bit taxing to do every zodiac. So I'm gonna stick to this through elementals, or maybe if you guys would prefer by, I may try like fixed cardinal mutable. I may try like that just to give it a little mix up another time. We'll see. Give me your feedback, right? Give me some feedback, people. I would appreciate it. Okay, so you guys want the cup, huh? You want the chalice. You want the water, you want the love, you want the emotions, all that go with it. So how are we doing in this with Gemini and the sign of Cancer? Wow. Are you guys' brains just spinning? Mine is like, wants to do so, yeah. The creative projects. Yes, this is a great time, most important time to be working on creative projects. Physically, organically creating things. So actually writing, actually painting, actually drawing, handwritten letter, postcard. Attempt to stay away from too much of the electronics right now. Ooh, look at that. The dragon, power, strength. Yes. Number 24, so this is the energy of 6. 6 is the number of giving, receiving, reciprocity. So let's get, obviously they want to start to come out. Let's get a few here. Messages for the air signs. It needs to be upside down? Okay. Interesting. I never do reversals, but they really want me to do the reversals. I'm not sure. Just to make sure or something? I'm not really sure. This is first. Okay. Sometimes it's crazy when two of them come out. I'm not sure which direction because it means different things, right? So first we have the dragon. Second we have the goblin, the wounded human ego. Third, we have the horse in reverse. So the horse is about accepting help from others or delegating authority with the number 8. So maybe we are not accepting help from others. Maybe we're not working with others. Maybe we're not delegating authority and it's causing us more work instead of the abundance. So as for a little bit, you know, when what they're telling me right now, what they're telling me is when we feel like we may be too much for other people, I think that the old program and the old mindset has been that everybody's too busy, right? Like nobody really wants to deal with stuff. Yeah, we're in this new energy of love. Nobody really wants to deal with stuff that isn't and partnership. Wow, guys. And truth. Okay, you guys are having some strong messages come through. And gentle diplomacy. Okay, so we're just gonna keep these down here because I can't just, new brain can't do that, guys. Gotta go a little bit slower. I can't get to what I'm needing to say. Channel a message if you do that. Okay, these go under here. Okay. This goes, okay, here, here, here. Okay, so they want me to take 2 more. You guys are doing, I guess you guys are doing something different. Whoa. Now there's 2. Which one? This one? This one? And what about this? Okay, so they're telling me this is like the crowning energy of the deck, the B. Luck, industriousness, and sweet victory. However, this is the number 7, so luck. However, this is in reversal, right? So this is in reversal. So what's going on right now, I feel like, is a mental construct, right? We're buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. It's just going around and around and around in our heads. We're buzzing, and we're wanting to get to that flower, but we're just buzzing around, buzzing off. And so we're, you know, maybe worried, like maybe over worried about things that don't need to be worried about, right? Also, like bees are very like worker bees. So maybe it's also saying like luck, industriousness, and sweet victory. So maybe it's saying sometimes we don't have to work as hard as we think. Sometimes we're actually working more than we need to be doing. Okay? So we'll put that here. Okay, so now they're basically just showing me here. Your guys' read is going to be different. So we're going to have the top cards, and then after we read this, we're going to read the bottom, and then we're going to read them together. Okay? Read them together first. Read the top. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to start to do it and see what they say. Okay, sorry. So the dragon, the goblin, the wounded human ego. Okay, so power, strength that's coming from the dragon, the wounded human ego that's coming from the goblin, the energy of 4. So this is something that we've had to have, strength or power. And I'm going to say we, okay? I'm Gemini rising. What up? I have a lot of Gemini in my chart too. I'm going to say we because I'm channeling your guys' energy for the collective, and I'm channeling through you guys. So whoever picks up this later on, whoever is going to watch this in the future, this is all of our reading. This is for we, okay? So it's taken a lot. It's taken an immense amount of power or strength, right? We've been fighting. We've been fighting the goblin. We've been fighting our human ego. We've been fighting the ego of, of thinking that people aren't here for us. People aren't supporting us. We can't ask for help. We can't be authentic or true because our ego, right? Okay, this is what I was actually saying before. That the ego is so wounded, right? The ego is so wounded that even if there's people willing to be empathetic, right? To help you to bury some of the burden, right? You have a horse, so obviously it's a heavy load. The horse isn't running, the horse is upside down, so he fell. Do you know? So at what point are you going to allow the human ego to drop the shit and actually be able to ask for the help and receive the help that you need? That's interesting. At 11:11 is ask for the help. Manifest your destiny. Ask for the help, or accept the help, right? Because it says accepting help from another. So you may feel like, oh, you can't help me. Like there's nothing you can do to help me. Help comes in all forms of ways, right? Sometimes just people being empathic and being empathetic of your situation, not sympathetic, like, oh, sorry that's happening to you, but glad it's not happening to me. That's sympathy. Empathy is, oh, I am so sorry you're having to experience this. It must be a lot. Let me sit with you and hear you or hold space or carry some of that stuff that you drop, that load that you drop behind. Like, let me help you carry some of that. Let me help you move that. Let me help you with some of that burden. Non-judgmental and a very gentle, soft, loving state, right? So, you just have to have enough strength to understand you don't need to do it by yourself. Look at the cat. Independent, healthy boundaries, 18, so 9. So this is coming to a completion where it may have worked really well for you to be independent in your life, right? To be doing everything the way you wanted on your own, how you wanted. That may have worked really well for a long time for you. And now it may not work. That may be coming to a completion. Something has to change. You have to be working with others. You have to figure out how others are running the race. You have to get in line with, and I don't mean like, running the rat race or something like that. I'm just saying that because it's a horse, right? So it's like, in order to get off your back and to pull your own weight, you're gonna have to figure out what other people are doing and ask for the help from other people. And this isn't, it can be some financial help, but this is not what I'm feeling. Like, this is actually like emotional weight, like burdens, like you need a hug. You need maybe somebody to hold the space for you to be accepting. But also this is accepting help from others. Like, understand that there may be, you may have you're going to have new teachers. There may be new people or new teachers, or there's new things that enter your life, okay? To where, however you've been doing it on your own up until now isn't working. Now, this doesn't mean, for some of you, it may mean partnership, You may think that you're good and you're like, no, I'd rather be by myself. For some of you, it does mean partnership. Okay? It means that you have to actually understand that maybe you do need someone to be there for you sometimes, right? Maybe you're not better off by yourself. It's nice to have someone else sometimes bring you food or give you a little treaties or whatever, right? But for a lot of you, it means that we're stopping to do things the way that we thought we wanted to do, right? We're getting out of the human ego, this bruised human ego, this joker. This is the fool. See how he's dirty and whatever? Fool. Human ego. Wounded human ego. So then we move to the swan. 3, transformation. Transformation, trusting the psychic gifts. 3 is about manifesting, right? So what are you manifesting? Are you manifesting the change? Are you manifesting yourself out of this space of the judgment of the ego, of the human ego, and into the new space that you want to be. Now, 3, the number of manifestation. Then we have the stag, okay? Pride and leadership. Now, this is 17. So this is the energy of 8. So after all the transformation, after asking for help, taking the classes, doing the course, whatever it is, right? This is someone else, you following someone else's program, schedule, routine, regiment, accepting the help, which means you don't get it how you want it, right? Not like this. You don't get it like this. You get it how it comes. And you figure out how to process through that, right? And that is what leads to the transformation. That is what leads from the ugly duckling to the swan, to the magnificent. And then the stag. So pride and leadership. So after you've trusted more your intuition, right? Stop worrying about all the exterior, right? Like, and this is what it is. It's like the human ego is like, well, somebody might think this or they might think that, or I might look like a pussy or a bitch or a crybaby or a needy or whatever it might be, right? Whatever your ego is stuck on, whatever the problem is, it's ready to move forward. This is the energy of 4. So it's ready to move forward out of that motion, but it only happens when we put in work for others and accept their help, okay? Or maybe, yeah. Okay? So now the second row, you guys, we have love, partnership, truth, the deer, which is diplomacy, gentleness, diplomacy, disruption, and then the raven, magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. Okay? So, am I reading this line individually? It's in relation to the top one. Okay. So, for some of you, the dragon, which is 6, and love, which is 9, okay? Some of you will be reaching a completion in love. It may take some strength or some power. Now, for some of you guys, you may have done the work and you may be coming into union completion, right? You may have completed it. You may have put in all the strength and the effort and the energy, and you may have completed what you need to get to where you are. One way. 2, you may have to be more powerful or have more strength because this has come to a completion. And now it's time to step up, right? To step up and understand that love is the only power, is the only strength to stay in this space of love, regardless, always from your heart in the space of love. Now, for a lot of you, now it's telling me to read this way. So for the goblin and partnership, 32, which is 5. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of you, there has been a change or an ending in a relationship. Okay, so the goblin, wounded human ego, 4, which is like moving forward. Partnership, which is the energy of 2. This is change, indefinite change. So this could mean 2 things. Maybe your partnership ended and you're having a bit of an ego, okay? Number 1, that needs to change, right? You need to move forward from that. It's keeping you stuck. It's preventing anything else from coming in, right? It's blocking you. Now, it could also be that once you dropped your ego and accepted the help from others, you could have another type of partnership. A change in another type of partnership that could be coming in. Now, they're saying this is more of a business partnership, actually. But it comes from remaining in the love and from having the strength and the power of maybe this other partnership ending, okay? Now, this other partnership doesn't necessarily have to mean an actual person. I mean, it seems like it really does in this instance, but it could also mean your companionship to other things that you love. This could be addiction, right? And this could be not asking, like insisting you can do it on your own, when the truth is, we have truth under the horse, when the truth is you actually need to ask for help from others. You actually need others' help. You actually need someone else to help. That is the truth. In order to help you get over the bridge and get off of your back, that is the absolute truth. So again, this could be something that you are connected to. This could be an addiction. This could be work. This could be a work partnership. It could be different things. It's something that your ego is very strongly tied to, or that you're having to have an ego death over right now because you're having to ask other people finally for the help, and you're having to admit the truth of why this whole thing ended. Now, as soon as you admit the truth of why this thing ended, you may feel like it may leave you on your own. You may feel like it will put you as the outcast or whatever. But actually, quite the opposite, right? The truth is 6. So this is reciprocity. So this is giving and receiving. So when we give the truth and our authenticity and in its fullness, then we can receive that back. And not just from other people, our truth, right? Our truth. When we speak our truth, we'll receive our truth back. So if we speak our truth and we're not being, if you want to talk about moving to 5D and other levels of existence, then we can't live in a space where we're hiding or lies, right? Because telepathy is number one as soon as you get into 4th dimension, right? 4th, 5th dimension. So knowing that, you can't be lying. The truth will set you free, and it will be able to give you. So when you actually tell the truth, then you'll be able to receive and accept the help from others, and actually they will be happy to give it to you. Okay? But this also comes, again, from creating your boundaries around other people. So now with the truth and the deer, with the gentleness and the diplomacy and the 22, this is again about partnership, duality, right? So this is about who we choose to keep around us, who we choose to work with, what we're doing, right? So you may need to create some separation or some boundaries around some of the people. Now you can be gentle and diplomatic about it, but you have to choose. You can't always be with everyone everywhere, Gemini. You can't just be butterflying in and out. You need to really be transforming, stepping into these gifts and into your leadership space. We're in Gemini. You guys should be sharing stuff. You should be writing, you should be singing, you should be sharing stuff. Like, we are the sign of communication, right? We should be communicating. We should be standing up for a cause or doing something, right? But I mean, organically, right? Organically. So disruption. The energy of 39, so 12, so 3. So the swan, which is transformation, trusting the psychic gifts, which is 3 also. And then disruption, which is 3. So a lot of you guys, so 2 stories. A lot of you guys have created or manifested this disruption for yourself by not trusting psychic gifts, okay? By not trusting the sign and the signals. Now, there is some disruption that this is like tower. This is like gonna get flooded out, bro. Look at that. There's lightning on the rock, like a waterfall crashing. So, the disruption comes when we stop to choose to trust the things that we know, right? Also, this is about trusting the people that we choose to trust, right? Who we're setting boundaries with, and how much we let them and allow them in. So boundaries are huge. Boundaries are huge, and this is how you step into your leadership. This is how you gain your pride and everything back, right? You do that work, okay? You stop, because the disruption, this is next to the diplomacy across from healthy boundaries. So this means, you know, there's gonna be a disruption unless you remove some of these things gently, diplomatic like, but you're gonna need to do it. The Raven, magic, coincidence, synchronistic event. So this is the energy of 10. Now they're very intelligent. They normally move together, but they are very intelligent and they know. So I want you guys to pay attention, because some of the disruption or whatever could be, right? Look at where you're seeing synchronicities, coincidence, right? And make sure you're paying attention, right? Step in, be the leader of your life, of your destiny. Any more messages for air? This one? Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, so if you don't, the truth is if you don't work on your self-love, your partnerships, your friends, and you're not honest, right? You're going to stay in the space of ego, and you're not creating these healthy boundaries, then like, yeah, you're not going to find the balance, the temperance, upside down, the wheel of fortune, upside down. Not nice, okay? Not nice. The disruption is who you choose. They're saying birds of a feather flock together. Okay, yeah, that's what the Raven is. Birds of a feather flock together. Now they all stand up for one another. So who are you standing up for or defending? And are they willing to stand up or defend you, protect you? It's time to make a judgment call. Okay? Time to make a judgment call. Yes, and that will restore the balance. Okay? That will restore the balance. You gotta, stop worrying about hurting other people's egos also. Accept help from better people. Accept better people into your life. And stop worrying about hurting, about other people's egos being hurt. What is the best? What is your purpose? To protect other people's feelings and egos? Or to live your life and to become this leader and to make this magic happen for yourself? Ooh. Okay. I'm not going to take those, because I'm not sure what was going on with them. Okay. One more shuffle. Yes, and if you do this, okay, if you do this, you will actually be the victorious one. The Five of Swords. You will change. There will be no more fight after this, right? You don't have to fight, but you will be victorious. And there is a very nice new future, a new path, tangible. This is physical. This is something being offered. So you will get a new job, a promotion, physical, something in the physical form, right? Something tangible, something of value. Now it is it is just like a small offering, right? But it's an offering, like you see, there's like a path. I don't know why I put it away. There's a path an arch and a path in the background. So it's like leading to a new path. Are these supposed to be upside down? No. Oh, I'm putting them right side up. I don't like that. Okay, so yes. So okay. So after some type of union or partnership, after something ended, maybe business, something like this, right? Something that you were connected, in unity with, right? This could be past businesses that you have, past passions, jobs, people, whatever, right? This union ended, right? It was a little bit destructive, tower, okay? But it had to come down. It had to come down. Why did it have to come down? Oh, wait, sorry. You thought you were doing good. You thought you were great on your own. You were doing everything right. You were like, yes, I'm good. I got it. I can do it on my own, whatever. And then, no, came crashing down and says that's not the way it's going to happen, okay? Not the way it's going to happen. Yes, you have to do the introspective on your own. That is, you have to take care of yourself first, which is ultimately what will make you wealthy, right? Your health is your wealth. So first, dealing with your health, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, whatever it is, right? Spiritual. The tower coming through. So there will be something that has to fall down. Now, what I'm hearing again is, just being this on your own, right? Wheel of Fortune will come in. And Ten of Pentacles will come in. That's great. That's a great return. And then how? For some of you, this could be an inheritance. And you could be left on your own, and that could be, could bring a tower moment and change your fortune. It could actually give you the money that you want. The Queen of Swords in reverse, interesting. Air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Sorry, we're doing air signs. Now, it could also mean that... Can I get another clarification, please? The Sun in reverse. So there might be a decision that has to be made also, or something that has to be lost that's not going to make you very happy in order for this to happen. And it's going to give you extra work to have to do. But this is also saying that there's a lot of work, that you put in kind of waiting for this to come into play. So that's good too. So by Capricorn? Okay. And then we have the Moon in reverse. So there can't be any more lies or deception. You need to actually, when it's the full moon, it's about illuminating all what's hidden. So you need to to get all the information, anything that you ever wanted to know, anything that you need to know, get all the information, do the work, do whatever work you need to do with this person, okay? Before you don't have the availability to anymore, before this person is gone, okay? That's really important for a lot of you. And what they're saying is the moon is opposite for the moon. So this could be, for some of you, it could mean this happens in, I think Capricorn is the opposite of Cancer, right? Cancer, the moon is Cancer. So the opposite's the opposing sign of the zodiac, I think. Check it out if it resonates. Maybe Capricorn. So maybe in Capricorn season. Yeah, maybe close to Capricorn season. Also could be somebody with strong Capricorn chart. but I am seeing kind of like a wealthy woman here. Oh, also, I'm hearing a third message. So before I shut you off, I'm hearing a third message. Now, there was a union that was planned, and there was a wealthy woman that came in and fucked it up, the tower. Um, Now, not only did she change that fortune, but she changed other fortunes. And what it says here actually is there may have been a fortune or an inheritance that she lied about. She caused a disruption too. Okay? She took somebody's happiness or somebody's thing away from them that they worked really hard for. Um, and that is the secret that will come to light after this work is done. Um, yeah, it will be deception no more. Any more cards? Yep. And I won't be able to stay in this miser mode of holding on to all the wealth and everything that doesn't belong to them anymore. As a matter of fact, the Empress, you could potentially start to find some of this out in Virgo season. For some of you, for some of you, there is like a stipulation in the contract or something like this. If you don't get married or you don't have a kid or whatever, that there's money, that doesn't go to you, that there's money that was left for your for your wedding, for your child, for giving birth, maybe even for a business. There was money that was left. And maybe an earth sign. Maybe an earth or an air sign lied about that. And it is gonna come out. Oh yeah. I'm gonna celebrate. How about that? And shit's gonna happen. Shit's gonna be said. Action's gonna be taken. But there is gonna be a celebration. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Right side up. Upside down. Reverse. Okay. So, don't give so many people so much faith. Last most important message that they're telling me. The Fool upside down. Reverse. Okay? Do not give so many people, do not trust so many people, do not give so many people the benefit of the doubt. Now, I don't mean overanalyze everybody, okay, air signs. And I don't mean just shut everybody off as if they don't exist, okay, air signs. What I mean is, this is, normally the Fool is about taking the leap of faith, trusting in whatever. So this is saying, do not blindly trust people. Question everything, ask everything, check everything. Everything. And maybe it's not a good time right now either to be making new unions or contracts or deals, right? Yeah. But don't be so trusting, okay? Don't trust in blind faith. I mean, yes, trust in blind faith that you in magic and your intuition and things that are coming like that, but not people. Not people, okay? You very specifically, not people, okay? And not things that have to do with any work or art or like party celebration, things like this. No. Anything like, don't trust people's words, trust people's actions, right? The Knight of Swords here. Do not trust blindly, okay? And when it comes to people, even people you know, people that you celebrate with, people that you party with, whatever, if it has to do with something partying, do not, okay? You need actions, not word, okay? Action. You need the actual action. Don't trust people, okay? Okay, that was very specific. Is that all? Okay. Okay, air signs. That's all. So we will say the truth comes out. Hidden truth revealed. All right. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. If you'd like to schedule a personal or private reading, the same as my name, divinitywithinthee@gmail. I'll try to drop the information in the box below, but my devices suck. I need new devices, and my health has been the priority, not new things. So, yeah, thank you so much. Ciao for now. Give a like, comment, subscribe, share, and remember, whichever one of the air signs puts their little sign, I think I told you guys this, whichever puts more of the signs under the read in the comments, I will do that sign specifically, not all the water signs, okay? Infinite blessings, love, and light. Ciao for now. Zoe out.